don't just mean no things that we discuss. I mean, here's what you need to do in the next step. Today, sit down with a pen, write the answers to these questions. Today, read these questions out loud, confess to the Lord, and as those things change in your life, you're going to see your Facebook. You're going to see the enemy trampled on your feet. You're going to see the relationship with the king restored. You're going to get to see it in a new way.
Come on, Facebook.
Everything that he tells me about, and he's lies so much that he lies himself. He don't lie. One time he was telling me that he was staying at my he told me that he's like, girl,
You're not lying, you. Still not lying. Wow. Really? You are sad. Facebook, you are demonic. Is that actually going to go live? My gosh. Can you believe it only took 6 attempts to go live on Facebook? Yes, I started the text and I finally ended up having to copy and paste it because of all the times that I had to add it back in there and start over again. Listen, we're here. This is the final day of the Lions Roar Conference, and if you have not been here, the Christian Men Network has done an incredible job. As Paul Cole says on a regular basis, CMN, we rescue men. That's what we do. And whether it's the Dad's Academy or Honoring Men or Dr. Dwayne Pickett, everybody here is invested in creating better men because better men make better fathers. Better fathers make stronger families. Stronger families make stronger communities. Stronger communities build great churches. Stronger communities build great schools. Stronger communities build great counties, then states, then nations, and then the world. But without great men, without great fathers, none of that is possible. That's what CMN is all about. And this is the 40th anniversary. I'm going to spin this around just for a second. You're going to lose my face, but I want you to see everything that's going on here. There's the CMN book table. There are several on the other side. There's a registration table, Dr. Pickett's table. There's my friend Mick Moffitt's Fire Training Academy table. But I want you to understand that we believe in training men. Got to get back in my angle there. We believe in training men. We believe in discipleship. We believe in understanding and knowledge. There's now a partnership. I don't remember the exact name of the school, but it's called CMN Plus. I'm sure you can find out about it on the Christian Men's Network website. But globally and locally, there's an impact. Tens of thousands, millions of men have been through the Maximize Manhood training. And it's been about building men. Because without men, you don't have strong fathers. Without strong fathers, you don't have strong families. Without strong families, you don't have strong communities. Now, you can call it what you like. Call it education, call it discipleship, call it mentorship. But here's the truth. We all learn by watching and then doing what we see, for better or worse. How many of you know someone whose father was abusive, whose father was sexually abusive or physically abusive or verbally abusive? That's not a behavior that you simply choose. That's a behavior that you observe and you learn by doing again. At the same time, if you see a father who plays with their children, I remember when my kids were little bitty, and my boys now are 5'11" and 6'3". They're bigger than I am. But when they were little bitty, I would pick them up and swing them around. They would climb all over me. And it seemed like whether I was in my recliner or I was standing in the kitchen sink or I was sitting at my desk, my children weren't happy until they were perched atop my head. They had to be in the same space I was. Well, I didn't learn that from my dad because I didn't know my dad till I was 15 or 16. I haven't spent any time with him. In fact, last Christmas was the first Christmas in 44 years that we've ever spent together. But the time that I spend with my children and the time that I spend with my grandchildren, I had to figure that out. And I remember listening to James Dobson many, many years ago when I was 24, 25 years old. And one of his guests said, I became a father and I realized I had to change my name. My first name is Jungle. My last name is Jim. Jungle Jim. And I have to say I can relate to that after many years of kids and grandkids. We now have 7 grandchildren. 6 of those are boys. Yes, we still get climbed on a lot. They want to be on top of your head. They want to be in your lap. They want to be next to you. Last night, one of my grandsons had me by the finger, dragging me back and forth through the garage because he wanted to try on every motorcycle helmet in the garage. And he wanted to climb on the bike, but I'd just ridden it for an hour. It was really, really hot. He was disappointed that I wouldn't let him climb on it. But we learn by what we see and how we repeat that, how we imitate it. Discipleship was never just about shoving information down somebody's throat. Jesus didn't mean go teach everybody else to say what I said, go teach everybody else to think like I think. He meant go and teach them to do what I do. Pray for people like I pray for people, give to people. Yes, teach them. That's a huge part of it. They've got to have a better understanding and more knowledge and more wisdom and more information. But it's more than that. It's the hands-on, it's the touching, it's the caring, it's the concern for other people. And until men begin to do that, to get their hearts pure and get their hearts right, that's the reason we're here. I'm not a speaker. I don't want you to think for a moment that I'm one of the speakers here. I'm not trying to portray anything that's not true. I'm part of the Christian Men's Network. My boys and I are working through the Maximize Manhood, slowly though it may be. We're working through that training program, but we bought a booth here to be an exhibitor because I feel like the 5 battle positions of a happy wife and the 5 battle strategies of a victorious warrior, my book and Karen's books, can make a lifelong impact in families, strengthening men, encouraging women to keep the family intact. Karen's book, by the way, is up for an award. If you haven't seen that, we've shared it on my Facebook timeline, but the December the 9th is the awards banquet. Karen is nominated. We'd love to see you there. Come by. If we have any copies of the book left after this event, we'll make them available to you. But I would love you to have a copy of the 5 battle strategies. Either one of these, you can go to the transforminggrace.tv website, and you can order them from right there. You can go to amazon.com. You can even walk into Barnes & Noble and tell them that you want the book and it's by J Loren Norris. They can find it in the Taylor distributing system and order it. When I go to Barnes & Noble, I just type them in the computer and they pop right up. So you can order them anywhere. You can buy them from me. You can buy them on the website. But I really believe that if men will get their hearts right, get past the addictions, get past the mistakes, get past the bad decisions, and invest themselves in their families, that we can strengthen our families, we can strengthen our communities. Now, I know not every situation can be solved, and not every problem is the fault of only one. I do know, though, for a fact that whether you make it in this marriage or you make it in the next one, being a good man, being a good father, being a good disciple of Christ will benefit your life in so many ways you can't even possibly imagine. Being the kind of person you're supposed to be will change things around you. It's really hard sometimes to change your circumstances until the person in the circumstances change. The solution isn't rearranging circumstances. The solution is transforming you. I hope if you haven't already gotten your day booked full and you've got opportunity, that you'll come by. Start in about an hour right here at the Sheraton Fort Worth, and I believe you can still register. So they still have books out on the table. You can still check in and come and enjoy the last half of the conference. The commissioning was last night. You missed that. The first graduate from CMN Plus, who now has a degree as well as his training in Maximize Manhood. What an awesome opportunity. Right next to me, I'm kind of sharing my space here with South University. They offer master's and doctorate's degrees integrated together. So if you already have your bachelor's degree and you're in ministry and you'd like to get to your doctorates, these are the guys that can help you do it. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive compared to some of the other major schools. And there is a chance to do it all distance learning. So that's a pretty powerful opportunity. South University. Scott is the guy's name. Scott McClelland. He's not only the guy who runs the Doctor of Divinity School, he is also the professor and the marketer who handles all of that as well. So you'll have quite a bit of interaction with him. Do what you've got to do. Get into the Maximize Manhood. Get into the Christian Men's Network. Get involved in discipleship. Get involved in mentorship. Get involved in growing yourself up. The circumstances of your family, the circumstances of your childhood, the circumstances right now are not nearly as important as the condition of your heart and the transformation of you. If you will lead you, you can lead others much better. Take the time to do that. And if you're looking for an opportunity to get engaged in the Maximize Manhood, very soon, probably this spring, I will be offering some details on a small group study that we'll be doing on that book, as well as the 5 battle strategies of a victorious warrior. Get involved in those things, whether it's online, it's through the digital process, or it's face-to-face. You've got to transform you before your circumstances around you will change. I'm J Loren Norris, and you've been watching Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.